Alcohol and cigarettes, a chemical substance most people consume that becomes an addiction and eventually leads to numerous dangerous things.
Why do people choose to use and consume gateway drugs, such as cigarettes and alcohol?
People have their own reasons as to why they tend to use gateway drugs, such as cigarettes and alcohol. However, the common reason in today's generation is caused by peer pressure, the need to feel normal or numb, relieve stress, escape problems, or even just for fun, and it will eventually affect our daily lives. Mother was in the dining area, the table filled with so much paperwork. She was overwhelmed and tired of tasks given to her from work. She desperately wanted a break from it, so she decided to go to the kitchen and find something strong to drink. Scrambling around the cabinet to find the alcohol she wanted, she didn't notice her daughter standing behind her, curiosity in her eyes.
Where is it? Mom, what are you doing?
Startled, she jumped and closed the cabinets like a flash, not wanting her daughter to see the worst in her. She decided to lie.
Honey, go back to bed. Okay.
Uneasy, Sophia decided to follow her mother and went back to her room. When her daughter was nowhere in sight, she continued looking for the drink. Once she found it, she went back to her table filled with cigarette, lit a cigarette, and drank her problems away.
What are the effects of using and consuming cigarettes and alcohol?
Here are different effects of cigarettes and alcohol, such as weakening our health, development of cancers and illness, influencing people around us, and ruining the relationship we have with the people we love. Mother was passed out in her chair, more mess surrounding her table. Sophia woke up and saw her mother and rushed to her in a hurry,
Mom? Mom?
scared of what might happen. Mom woke up instantly and wanted to puke.
What happened to you?
So she rushed to the nearby sink and threw up. Still puking, she just shook her head side by side. Sophia was tired of her mother constantly lying to her and became furious that she went back to her room. Once finished, she kept on coughing and later became very sick.
How can we really avoid using cigarettes and drinking alcohol?
Though addiction can be easy to obtain, there are ways to easily control and maybe even stop the consumption of cigarettes and drinking alcohol. We can avoid by first having the right company to guide us and not tempt us. It was a normal day when father suddenly started to crave the taste of a cigarette. It had been 2 months now since he last took one because he promised his daughter and wife he would stop. Nevertheless, the moment of weakness won over.
Looking for this?
Caught, he slowly turned around and faced his daughter, who had a smug look on her face, holding the box of cigarettes he was looking for in her hand.
How did you... Look, I was just gonna try to get one and throw the rest away. I swear.
Dad, I know you mean well, but you're already on Newton Street. You can't break that now or ever.
Okay, at least, can I get one glass of scotch?
Dad, no. You use smoking to get over your drinking. Now you're just going in circles.
The father stood there in silence, looking at the floor in shame because he knew his daughter was right. Luckily, his daughter understands what he is feeling. Marnez slid her hand and held his father's hand and squeezed it gently.
No, we're here for you, right? We'll get through this together as a team.
What happens when it all finally stops? What benefits can we gain from controlling our addiction and overcoming it? It had been a year since Marnez and her father had that conversation in the house. It all went well. Her father stayed true to his promise and have been smoking and drinking free. He didn't truly realize the impact in his life it gave him until he got a phone call while having dinner with his family. Marnez looked at his dad, realizing the phone call must be as serious as her dad's facial expression was a mixture of disbelief and sadness.
My boss was sent to a rehab center and due to his addiction to drinking alcohol and smoking. And I was asked to fill in his spot.
Marnez and her mother were devastated for the boss. However, they were glad the father was going into the right direction in life, so they stood up and hugged him because of the accomplishment of what he was doing was right for himself and his family.